We're gonna do 500 dips in a single workout.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What's up, Freccero fam? Welcome back to my channel where I like to experience everything that life has to offer. I'm not gonna lie, not really looking forward to this. This is gonna be pretty difficult. I did a poll on my Instagram asking you for my next fitness challenge, should I do 500 push-ups in one workout or 500 dips in one workout? And it was a close race. I was kind of leaning towards push-ups, at least I was hoping for push-ups, but dips was the winner. So however long this takes is however long this is gonna take. Let's just jump into it. We have 500 dips to do in a single workout. Let's just go. All right, so that's 20. So I don't know exactly how I'm gonna like time this out, kind of. If I want it to be, like, what would that be? 25 sets of 20. I might just do kind of free for all. So we're at 20 now. And for this workout, there's no other goal besides doing 500. However long it takes, however long it's gonna be until I get there, 500 is the goal. So, you know, though, it's a beautiful day out. Can't beat this. My record, in case you're curious, like, I've never really tried to see how many dips I could do in a workout, but I think the most I've ever done in one is probably like, maybe like 150 or 200. So I'm pretty much gonna have to more than double my best dip record. But then again, I've never tried. I typically do, which is interesting, a lot of like weighted dips. So I typically use like one of those dip belts. And then typically I use like a kettlebell, just because I prefer kettlebells, and just mostly do weighted ones. So I've been training a little bit for this, I will say. Like, I've been wanting to do more and more fitness challenges. Like last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, I did 100 wide pull-ups with good form in a single workout. This is gonna be 500 dips. So yeah, and I will say, I think 500 push-ups is a lot easier. And I feel like this is gonna be a typical workout that in the beginning, it's gonna feel a lot easier, but then obviously, like any workout, when you do something like this, the closer we get to 500, the harder it's gonna be. But I came prepared. I have snacks. I got body armor for some electrolytes. I also have water, and I put like a Noon in it, which is like an electrolyte tablet for more electrolytes. Had some protein earlier. Had like a nice meal. So I'm fueled up. It's another 20. Can already tell. I don't think I can do 20s, if I call it that, forever. I'm keeping track. This is actually the book I used for 2 years ago. I did an experiment to see how much muscle I could build in a month. I got hurt, unfortunately, because I pushed myself too hard near the end. But I built 4.6 pounds of muscle in 23 days, which is pretty awesome. Honestly, one of the hardest things I've ever done fitness-wise, because it's just like eating as much food as I could and working out as hard as I could. But this is the book that I used. So I think it was like CVS or maybe the 99-cent store, I can't remember. That was kind of super ironic. And then these were like all my notes you could see for all these different things when I was kind of planning stuff out. So this is how I'm keeping track, because one of my biggest fears when doing a challenge like this, honestly, is just losing count. Like, so yeah. But we're at, as you can see, 500 dips. We're at 40. I don't know if you can see that from here. But, you know, I'm going to do another set of 10. Do this. I wish I could have, like, a table here so I wouldn't have to keep, like, going back down to grab that. But let's maybe, like, lean on something. I don't know. All right, so you know what, I might lean the camera up just a tad bit, Maybe not a bad idea. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more. I did get like a mirror to put behind the camera, so I could see the camera, but I also have a mirror behind it, so I can like see as I'm talking to you the angle of what you're seeing. It's very convenient. That's 50 right there. So technically we are 10% of the way through the workout, which I feel like sounds easy, but not. Also, I'll say, like, are these perfect dips? You know, I guess you could debate that too. I do believe one thing I've noticed, like, the more I've worked out is doing, like, either using, like, less weight or doing less reps with, like, really, really good form. Like, I think I saw, I don't know if it was BioLane or some, like, fitness guru or whatever, who said that the new reports about hypertrophy or building muscle state that the biggest thing is time under tension. So, like, basically, like, so if you're doing push-ups, as opposed to just doing them super quick, going, like, say, like 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, even if you're doing less reps, which you will be because you're doing it more slower and controlled, that would be better than just doing, like, a bunch of random ones, you know, with not the best form. Whew. It's also super hot out here today. There's been, like, a heat wave going on throughout, like, I think, like, the entire country. Like, one of my friends texted me today. I'm gonna put these, speaking of heat, all these snacks I got these snacks. I don't know if they're any good. I was looking for, like, those snacks that people have during a marathon. It's like a honey waffle to be consumed during, I don't know if it has caffeine, but I'm not sure. But I just noticed those are in the sun, so we can heat wave. But yeah, right now, here's probably about, like, maybe like 90, 85 or 90 degrees, so it's not extreme. But for a workout like this, I mean, 90 degrees is still a bit harder than I'd like it to be, so got to be super hydrated, of course. But here right now, let's say in this area, especially in, like, Southern California, like Palm Springs, which is like a very desert area, that's where Coachella happens. I've done a bunch of videos about the Coachella parties. It's 124 there, 124, and I think it's like 117 in Vegas, which usually that would be the other way around, you know, but it's another 20, so we're at 70. I'm not realizing this is gonna be really difficult. I mean, I knew it was gonna be difficult, but now I'm like, now I'm in it, you know? So I'm gonna adjust this mirror back here. Oh, nope, shoot. See, is that any better? Yeah, it's a little better, I guess. Because my phone, which I don't have any wood here, but I'll just knock on these parallettes or parallel bars, is my phone is this weird glitch. I don't know why. And it has nothing to do with overheating. My phone, for some reason, randomly shut off while filming. I don't know why. So as you can imagine, if like I'm like doing a monologue video, like a tutorial or something, I can just refilm what I just said, no big deal. But for a video like this, where I'm doing this all pretty much in one take, unless my phone crashes or something happens, if my phone shuts off, super annoying. So I have the mirror behind there, one, to just see the angle while I'm talking to you in real time. But then two, that if my phone does happen to crash, at least I'll see it right away. And I'm like, all right, at least I, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen mid-set, or hopefully it doesn't happen at all in this video. But yeah, so I'm at 70. Man, I feel like this is one of those videos where I'm truly gonna realize how big of a number 500 is. Like, because I'm like, all right, that last set of 20, I'm like, I'm feeling it a little bit, but I've just started. I'm not even a fifth of the way through. We've not even hit double digits yet. But one thing I'd like to kind of look back on is I did a video or challenge or one of these years ago. I think it was 2018, where I set the world record for the fastest time to complete 1,000 handstand push-ups. And it took me 6 hours, 51 minutes, and 43 seconds. And that was like an example, I remember just thinking like every set I did, because there was a certain point I hit a huge wall and I was doing reps of like 5 handstand push-ups. So just 5. Here I'm doing right now 20. I might dial it back a little bit. I feel like, well, I'm energized. Me start out strong and then slowly start doing like less and less reps as I get more tired. But yeah, I remember that. Like, I remember being around like 600 or 700 in terms of my reps, trying to reach 1,000 handstand push-ups, which I did. I think I did 1,001. I did one extra one just for fun. It felt like I was like not getting anywhere, because I'd be like, all right, 625, 630, 635, and just felt like I was going nowhere. Easily the worst workout of my life, the hardest thing fitness-wise I've ever done. So sometimes for a challenge like this one, I try to look on that and be like, all right, if I can do 1,000 handstand push-ups in a workout, I can do maybe like, you know, half of that, but with dips. And dips are obviously a lot easier than handstand push-ups. So, I like the capoeira. There we go. All right, 90. I think in a little bit, I'll do a set of 10. I don't know if I'm going to keep on this route of like 20-20-10, 20-20-10, but right now it's working. Also, as you can see, we're kind of wearing pants. Bad idea. I should be wearing shorts. But what's funny is I've never really been like a shorts person unless I'm going like into the water or I have like a bathing suit on or something. Man. Whew. Let me know what you think in the comments too for a video like this. This is something I've always wondered, because I've seen other videos online of people doing things like this, like raw, unedited workouts that are like challenges. Do you prefer between sets, like I'm doing now, me talking more to kind of keep the video more engaging, or do you prefer more like breaks? See, I've seen videos like this where the person doesn't talk at all. They're just like super focused on what they're doing, and people seem to really like it because it just shows as if you're like a fly on the wall watching them work out. Because typically I would not obviously be talking out loud if I'm doing this challenge. Like, let's say I wasn't filming this, I want to be talking to, you know, I'd just be kind of probably just resting. But it is bittersweet because on one end, the more I talk, more energy it wastes. But on the other end, it does kind of help, even though I'm talking to no one, or I'm talking to you, I'm talking to the camera, it does help keep me engaged, right? It kind of takes my mind off it. Speaking of my mind being on it, just bang out these 10. Oh shoot, is that a spider? Oh, that was definitely something. All right, anyway. My hands are getting sweaty now, and this, I can tell, is a bit slippery. You may notice there's like, you can see on the camera, but right here, there's like, it's basically like fitness tape. And I'll just let you know too, you might hear some background noise. There's both like, which is kind of cool. It's called Triangle Park here in LA, and it's a blend of like a dog park, a calisthenics park, and there's like a couple of volleyball nets. So there's like a really kind of like cool park. So there's people here walking their dogs, doing workouts, doing volleyball, or just hanging out, maybe reading a book, relaxing. Oh shoot, I didn't record those last ones. Okay, so we're at 100 officially. So we're 1/5 of the way there. So I have to just do that 4 more times. Sounds, it's a lot easier said than done. I also, which is kind of a stupid move, I feel like I do this a lot where I'm just like, when I do a challenge like this, typically, you know, I might take some time off. I might just want to be fully fresh. this past week, because this is on a Saturday, in case you're curious, super random. On Monday, Wednesday, and Tuesday, I did 3 aggressively hard workouts. Monday being tricep pull downs, tons of push-ups, along with weighted dips. Tuesday being an intense like pull-up, basically back and by day. Wednesday being a planche push-up day. And dips, the muscle groups between dips and planche push-ups are wicked similar. So I'm actually still sore from that on Wednesday. Went out Wednesday night and partied. Then Thursday, this is the exact time of this video, was July 4th. So I basically was like day drinking all day, partying. Yesterday was a recovery day, because I'm not gonna lie, I was, a little hungover, actually decently hungover, just tired and resting. Didn't go out last night, of course, just kind of took it easy. I woke up today, so I feel like I'm both still wicked sore from this past week working out, and still recovering low-key a little bit from July 4th. Now here I am being like, why not just do this challenge? That's what I was kind of hoping for push-ups, but I asked the people, and the people responded, and I gotta keep to that, Ooh, okay. The wall is getting there now. So that was 16. All right. So the days of doing 20, because obviously, like, I don't want these to be, bad form dips, but obviously, like, the idea of going all the way down, full range of motion, which is wicked good, that'll make it a lot harder too. So I'm like, at least want these to look solid. So I feel like, that set, I could tell, I'm like, these last 4, I feel like will look not as good on camera, and they just won't be as optimized as I'd like them to be. So yeah. Whew. What keeps, I feel like there's a bug or something, on me. I don't know if that's like a bug or spider. At least I can do this. I'm kind of like, I guess that works. Or maybe if it is a spider, maybe it just wants to do dips as well. Because imagine that, imagine having 4 arms. Or I guess is it legs or arms? I don't know how. Would a spider do 4? Or to do 2 and leave the other, like, I don't know. It's an interesting philosophical question. How do you think a spider would do dips? These are things I think about between sets. Asking the serious questions of life. No, I might as well just leave this here. I don't know why I keep putting that on the ground. I'm already kind of tired. This is gonna be a long video, I can tell. When I did the 100 wide pull-ups, that video was about, I think, like 45 minutes. When I did way back when that 1,000 handstand push-up video, or 10,001, that was about 7 hours was the video. So this one is definitely gonna fall somewhere between that. Again, I have no idea how long this is gonna take. I don't have a quota, because for these workouts, my goal is just to do it. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if it gets to the point where I'm doing 1 rep per set. If I just 1 rep my way there, Ooh. All right, do a little 14er. We're doing 130. But like I was saying earlier, but I got cut off by the spider a little bit. I got distracted. There's like fitness tape here. So I noticed that my hand here, my right hand has better grip because there's tape around the bar. This one though, my hand is now like sliding a bit, like it's slippery. So it's kind of awkward when I'm doing these dips now. Now I'm getting a bit more sweaty. But this hand feels wicked stable, and this one kind of feels not as much. And I don't have any chalk on me, because I wasn't really thinking, no, it's even worse. No. All right, so to make some more of a fun video, right? Now, maybe at the end of this video, I do like a pan of the park, because it is like super stunning. Like all around here, there's palm trees. Fortunately, none in this shot, but a bunch of palm trees around here. It's a great day. Solid Saturday. Minus the heat. Oh man. It's gonna be a workout, I can tell. Because the wide pull-ups, when I did that, I'm like, all right, I can definitely do 100 wide pull-ups with good form, no big deal. But also, I want to do something about like doing a high number. Like even if someone said, do you want to do like a workout that involves you walking 500 steps? Obviously, I feel like that wouldn't be that bad at all. I don't even know how many steps it would take. I don't know if that would be like a mile or half a mile. I'm not sure how much it would equate out to. But I feel like just the fact that it's the number 500, I feel like it's such like a big number, you know, that's just like, it's more about the quantity of it that's like seems super daunting. Even if it's like 500 steps, which again, I don't know how far the average person would walk after 500 steps. I just think the mental image of that number. I went 130. Either A, I'd love to bang out like 20 here if I can, or maybe do 10 and 10. I don't know. If I can, I like to hit like milestones that are like even numbers, you know? Like, all right, I'm at 130, get to 150 next, whether it takes me a couple sets or not. Yeah, 10's the move. I'm gonna, you know what? Can't tell. Let me see. Let's do this. Might raise the camera up a little bit, you know? That's one thing that's kind of interesting about making these fitness videos sometimes, is it's both half me trying to do this and also half cinematography, if I call it that, because obviously I don't have anyone. 1 second. All right. Yeah, it looks a little better. Yeah. And I just checked. The camera's been on for 22 minutes. In case you're curious, I film all these videos with my iPhone. I have like a $15 tripod I got on Amazon, which actually works out really well. Then I got like, which is kind of funny, maybe I'll do like a video of my like camera setup, because it's super simple. And then I have like a $9 iPad, what is it called? Clamp. So it's a thing that you clamp to anything, and it's like a wiggly thing, and you can put your iPad in it. But then what I did is I bought a small mirror. I actually found one at the dollar store, so it's a small dollar like mirror, and then I attach it. So it's almost like I'm using that as the makeshift mirror, again, for angles, for phone glitches. So that's the expert setup I have. Oh, what is that? I've never seen a bug like that. Wait, what are you doing? You want to do dips? It's like a small little green bug. For a second I thought it was going to be like a praying mantis, but it's definitely not a praying mantis. What are you? I don't know what that is. Huh. Well, it's chilling me. Alright, that one hurt. I'm going to be honest, that one didn't feel good. So, we have to take maybe longer breaks or something. And one thing I hate too, of being in a park like this, which is super tricky, is I also want to drink a lot of water. Obviously, staying hydrated for a workout like this, and it's hot out, and I'm wearing long pants. You know, I'm kind of in the shade. It's like half shade, half sun right now, but you know, so for all these reasons, obviously, I should be having a lot of water, but then also have to go to the bathroom a lot, right? If I'm doing a workout that's like an hour long, or an hour and a half long, no big deal. Let's just put this over here, I guess. But if I'm doing, you know, a workout that's a bit long. So I may have to, we'll see. I'm not sure when, but at some point I may, as part of like my break, maybe is do a set, maybe stop the video. I know I want to do this in one take, but if I have to run to the bathroom, I mean, I'm not just gonna like leave the camera on while you just sit there and wait for me to go to the bathroom. But yeah. 150 though. So we're like, what is the third 500? 166.6 repeating, I think. So if I do 16 or technically 17 in the next set, which I don't know, I'm getting to the point now where I wonder if I might just do 10 each one, you know? I'm not sure. There's 17. Whew. All right, I'm at 167. All right. Third of the way there. I mean, this is what I always do when it comes to like a big challenge like this, when it's like a big quantity of something. I'm like, all right, I'm a third of the way there, which means I've like, what is that, 83 until I'm halfway, and then after that it's only 250 more, right? So that's why I try to hit like those like mini milestones. Like, all right, next milestone's 200, next big one after that's 250, then I'm already halfway, right? You know, and then maybe when I reach halfway, maybe what I'll do is do one of these things. I have no affiliation with any of these companies, by the way, but like what I brought with me is I have noons. You know, I might as well show you. I'm taking a break in case you're curious what I snagged. So first off, I had body armor for electrolytes. Swear by this stuff. Then I have noon. These are tablets that have electrolytes and caffeine. So, put one of those in this. This is a half-gallon jug of just water with one of the noons in it. Oh wow, that's actually a dumb idea. I left this in the sun, and this water's hot now. So I'm just gonna go put that in the shade. Way smarter idea. And then I have, lastly, like I said, these things. I've never had them. I was at CVS getting the noons, and I was like, I just need something that's like, I was hoping to get, I can't remember what they're called. There's one that I really like. I always forget the name of it though. But they're like fat packets. They're like really good if you're like running a marathon, anything endurance related. But these seem fairly legit. Alright. So we're at 167. Feeling good, you know, I mean, because sometimes with these workouts, I'm like, what if I fail type thing? I mean, even still, even if I like fail, which I don't think I'm going to, you know, my goal is just to get there when I can. But the biggest thing is not necessarily if I'm going to fail. It's more of like how long is this going to take, you know? Whew. There's 20 right there. Ooh. Nice. Okay, so we're at 187. Bust out maybe the lucky number 13 the next one. At 200. I think I definitely need more water. I'm realizing I definitely did not drink enough water. I should have today. I think I should eat a little more food as well. I'm realizing all this stuff now. So maybe what I'll do is, maybe at 200, maybe I'll like run to the bathroom, have one of these, come back, have one of these energy waffles, and then keep going. It's definitely pretty challenging though. I'm gonna work out. Man. Anyways, when it comes to like, if I look at like the bodyweight exercises, I think the big 5, I feel like are push-ups, pull-ups, squats, sit-ups, dips. I feel like when people talk about like bodyweight exercises or like, you know, that kind of stuff, like I feel like those are like the main 5, at least I feel like. In terms of like strength building exercises. And I feel like out of the 5, I think pull-ups are probably the hardest, I think. But in terms of the ones that I feel like give me the biggest gains, like where I get the biggest benefit, I feel like it might actually be dips. You know, this is like you're talking about shoulders, chest, triceps, maybe even a little core in there, you know, or whatever, like. And also doing these outside. Whew. All right, we got 13. All right. 200. Let's go. Let's go. Whew. Have that waffle. I don't have to go to the bathroom just yet, but at some point I will. Pretty sweet. I feel like this is what I need. I also brought some fuel with me, which I was gonna plan on having maybe like afterwards, but maybe I'll have it during. I feel like because might give a little more fuel. Oh man. That's what I'm thinking. I got 50 left until we're halfway. Maybe we'll do that, then bathroom. Because now I kind of have to go, but I'm like, yeah. Last one was a little sloppy. But all right, 220. Whew. It's weird how, like, as the sun moves, or I guess not weird at all, but something I'm just thinking about, as the sun moves, obviously it's the shade moves, so I have to like adjust where I am. Alright, got 30 left. So we're halfway. I will say this is a bit harder than I thought. I'm not saying I thought it was gonna be easy, because I definitely did not expect this to be easy. Let me see what time we're at. 37 minutes. All right. So it's gonna take me about, say 40, 41, 42 minutes to be halfway. Obviously, I'm gonna slow down. Of course, you know, the more tired I get, I'm gonna have to take longer rest breaks and everything. But actually, that cookie's helping out. I only had half of one as well. I have two. So I only had a half on one of them, but just like something, you know, some fuel. $235. We like chill in the shade. $15 till halfway. Whew. right. Officially halfway now. We're at 250. So now, technically, the uphill battle continues. But also, if I look at it from like a statistics perspective, now it's downhill in the sense that we reached a peak. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Wow, I'm pretty dead. Alright. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, stop the video, and then hit record again once I come back from the bathroom. Halfway there. Alright. Got back. I also like poured water over myself, and now it looks like I peed myself. So, yeah, whatever. But halfway. It's a tad bit windy, so my like stuff is low-key blowing away, but all right. Halfway. Which is both, I'll be honest, encouraging, because I'm like, halfway, but also I'm like, so I just have to do what I just did all over again. I think at this point though, you know, slow and steady wins the race. There's no point right now, I think, for me to rush it in terms of like, it's almost like the faster I try to get this done, I think the worse. What was that? It sounded like a firework. Like a 4th of July. What is it? July 6th right now. So, you know, I feel like people set off fireworks all weekend or something. All right. $15. So we're at 265. Over the hump. Because now we have 35 till 300. Spartan 300. And then once we hit 300, I only have 200 left. Which I feel like, I think I've done 200 dips. I don't know what my record is, like I said, for a single workout. I feel like I have done, definitely have done 150 dips in a workout. I think I've done 200, to be honest. So it's like, then after hitting 300, I only have a typical dip workout for me left. Or, yeah. But I think this point now, I'm just gonna coast and enjoy it. You know, I think there's something to be said about doing a workout like this. That, like, in the beginning, you know, super hyped up, super jacked up, you know, and just like running a marathon, obviously, if you run those first X amount of miles too fast, it's gonna be way worse for you in the long run, right? And I think, not saying I start off too strong, but maybe a little bit, you know, doing sets of 20, you know, or excuse me, reps of 20. I also kind of like the fact that with the noon, I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Dang, another firework? This early in the day? Huh. But with the noon, what I like about these is each tablet, I only put one in. Maybe I should put two in. Honestly, let me see. But each tablet has 40 milligrams of caffeine. So it's kind of equal to like half a cup of coffee. It's kind of nice. You know, I'm going to put one more in. Having a little more electrolytes is never a bad thing. I also will say, I don't know if you can you see me? Oh, probably not. I'm sorry. So I have to put one of these in. I'm a little shaky too. Sometimes that does happen, I find. If I'm working out wicked hard, let's say in Boston, wicked hard. If I'm working out wicked hard, I find sometimes I get a little shaky. So it's not a good workout. But I gotta say, that waffle, like, I gotta find the company's name. I featured it on the handstand video years ago, but I got it at like a vitamin shop, and like I said, there were these like little packs. They're like almost like gel packs or fat packs, and it's just like really high quality fats. Because I remember learning, and I almost I'm not an expert, so don't quote me on this, that like if you're doing like a strength building workout, things like protein and carbs is really good for you for endurance, for like strength building. But once you get to a point where you're working out for like over, I think it's like 45 minutes to an hour, you then should start focusing on having high quality fats and stuff like that. And man, those gel things or fat things or whatever the word is, I think they're called fat bombs. I think, were they fat bombs? I can picture it. It almost looks like a bomb on the front of it. I think. I don't know. But those saved me when doing that. I kind of wish I had some here, but I was looking around CVS. They didn't have any. I think it is more of an obscure thing to find in just a random convenience store or whatever. So I think maybe like I should have gone to Vitamin Shop before this. But gotta give it a shout out to Honey Stinger. I'd have these again, for sure. I still haven't even had the first one. I'm trying to take it in like little bites because I don't want to have a whole cookie right away. I'd rather like pace it out, you know? Yeah, let's start at 20. I don't know where that came from. 285. Also, you may notice with dips, I'm trying to remember how it works, is that, I'm going to explain this the best way. So with dips, there's technically, we're getting technical. I mean, why not? There's kind of like two types of dips, if you look at it from that perspective. If I'm going straight up and down, because you may notice my form might change a little bit throughout this video, whether it's subconscious or conscious, whether it's purposeful, whether it's purposely or just by happenstance. The more I'm going up and down like this, like straight up and down, the more I'm using my triceps, so the back of my arm's right here. But the more I might lean forward, almost thinking about if I'm doing like say like a planche push-up or just think about a normal push-up, the more I'm like moving this way, when I'm leaning more forward, the more I'm using my chest, right? So there are some times when I'm like say doing a dip workout, I may focus on not leaning forward at all and just almost perfectly straight up and down, really targeting the triceps. Like the other times I'm like, all right, triceps are a bit kicked. Maybe I have done a lot of tricep stuff recently. I'm gonna lean a little bit more forward, not like aggressively a lot, but you know, lean a little bit more. So my chest is kind of now like kicking in. And I feel like right now, my triceps are at that point. So you may notice, which is kind of funny about this video, from the beginning to like maybe like the end, I don't know if my dips are slowly lean more and more forward as my triceps start to like give out. And then my chest is like, we got you. So, which I think my chest seems kind of fine. Cool little test I'm learning. This is not always true, but it's kind of like a thing I learned somewhere. Is do this. So pretend like you want to put your elbows together like this. The more you work out your chest, the harder it is to do this. So I remember like there was one time I did a crazy push-up workout, like and bench, and I was just like my chest was just done, and I went to do it, and I think this is the furthest I could get. I couldn't go any because my chest was just so sore and so inflamed. So I remember that's a cool little trick. So right now I can feel it a little bit if I do that, but not too much, which tells me that my chest is still feeling pretty good. We're at 2. Oh yeah, so let's do like a nice little set of 15, and we're at Spartan 300. That one hurt. Alright. It is weird how like I do one set, it doesn't feel that bad, and then do another one and I'm just like kicked, but we're at 300. 200 left. Only 200 left. I find this is where I start getting like a nice second window, because I remember, like I said, with that handstand thing, when I did that fitness challenge and video and everything, I think the hardest set, or the hardest period, especially for a challenge like this, I find is around 60-ish%, 60 to 70%, where you know that you're more than halfway, but you're not, like the finish line is kind of there, but not. So I feel like, I remember around like rep 600-ish on that handstand video, that's when I was like, like I said, or I was talking about earlier, every set of 5 just felt like I was not even making a dent when it comes to that big number of 1,000, right? Now I kind of feel like it's in a similar way, where I feel like that last set, like 200 to 300, seemed like that was like, now though, I'm like, okay, I have 200 left. The finish line is kind of in sight, and 100, I'll only be 100 away, right? So I have 2 groups of 100 left. 100 dips, okay, you know. Whew. Actually, I think this is a good time. Is there some cop or something? Something's going on. Alright. Man, I could buy more of these. This is definitely helping. Like, I'm noticing, or maybe it's tough. Maybe it's a combination of this and the noons. I'm not gonna drink more water. Because like I said, one of my biggest concerns for workout like this, which is funny, even though there is a bathroom here, I just having to go to the bathroom too much. So I want to drink like enough water to be hydrated, but not too much. Ugh. 200 left though. Feeling good. There was one moment, I'm gonna be honest, I like to be very transparent in all my videos. There was one moment around, I think set number 220, that I was like, shoot, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I know I can, and I know I'm gonna stick to it, but what's really getting to me now, I'm gonna be honest, is the heat. Not even in terms of like my physical body, like I know the 200, I can do the extra 200, not worried about that in the slightest bit. I think it's just the heat and the sun, like the fact that, like I said, with the shade moving constantly, it's like, that's I think what's really getting to me right now, is the heat. So, telling you, the water, the electrolytes, body armor, all that's wicked important for the heat. The caffeine, a little dehydrating, but I feel like right now, if I had to pick or choose, should I have a little caffeine or not, I'm going with caffeine for sure. Ugh. It's 20. Somehow still being able to bang out those 20s. I don't know where those are coming from. So now I'm at the point, which I like to think about, is before it's like, did 20, then I did 40, then I did 50. I might as well show you what I'm talking about, which is kind of funny. So I have this, so you can like see it. So in terms of my sets, in case you're curious, I did, well, this is kind of my order of me progressing to 500. It's 20, 40, 50, 70, 90, 100, 116, 130, 140, 150, 167, 187, 200, 220, 235, 250, 265, 285, 300, 320. So on average, I'm probably doing about like maybe 15 a set. Sometimes I do 20, sometimes it's lower than that. But what's kind of nice now, I feel like I'm at this point in this workout, where in the beginning, like I said, I'll be like, all right, I just did 20. Now I'm at 40. Now I'm at 50, blah, blah, blah. Now, because the finish line's in sight, now I'm thinking of like, all right, I'm not at 320. I have 180 left, right? And I feel like that's like a nice feeling to have of like, now I'm not thinking about how many I've done. I'm thinking about how many I have left to go, because I'm like close, you know? Still not 100% there, but I'm close, you know? At least it's a nice, you know, I feel like this is like a healthy way to make up for all the alcohol I drank on the 4th. All the random drinks. Which I will say, this past 4th is probably one of my favorite 4th of Julys I've ever had. Started off kind of meh. Went to Venice Beach and just was not it. It was too much traffic here in Los Angeles. Then I met up with one of my friends in Hermosa Beach. It's like a huge beach party. Then went to a house party right on the beach as well. It was solid. And I also did that thing, which I'm kind of pumped. It's like a very like strong like adult move. I left the bar around like I think like 10 p.m. Because I had one of those realizations. I'm like, you know what? I've day drank all day. If I just stay out, all I'm gonna do is get more drunk, spend more money, and wake up and regret it. But if I leave at 10, get home around 11, you know, get to bed around midnight, you know, like pretty solid. Which is what I did. So, you know. It's 20. It's getting a lot harder. I also probably noticed. Just got a bit lightheaded there. $340. But also, I mean, my form, I think, is, you know, So, man, it's weird how a workout like this goes in waves. Like, I was feeling good just a little bit ago. Now I feel like I'm feeling worse, you know? It's weird when it comes to these, like, marathon-style workouts where it's just a lot of ups and downs, you know? And I think it's one of the situations where the key isn't, you know, doing really, really well when you're on, like, a high point. The key is just powering through and knowing how to handle the low points. You know, almost knowing that they're going to pass. And knowing that I'm going to look back on this and be pumped that I did it and I accomplished it, you know? And again, I mean, I'm still doing, which I don't know why, I probably shouldn't. I'm still doing, like, sets of 20 reps, which, I mean, you know, I'm going to do a set of 10, though. And then only 150 left. Feels really nice. Whew. You know what? Could have done more there. But 350 feels nice. And I think for me, if I'm doing a typical workout, I usually do, if I'm doing dips, to be honest, about 150, but I combine with like a superset, which means you do multiple moves in the same round. So I might do 10 rounds of 15 dips, followed by 10 or 15 or 20 diamond push-ups, for example. Repeat that 10 times. So I'm at the point now where I have the average amount-ish, give or take, of dips that I typically do in a workout. Which in some ways feels nice, some ways does not. Because this is one of those moments where it's like, I have 150 left. Which means I could either do, 10 sets, 15, and that'll be it. So I technically have 10 of these rounds left if I want to do that. Or I could do like 7 sets of 20, and then one last one of 10. So it's like, do I want to do less sets, but it's harder? But at least that way I'm like, I'm only have 7 things left. Or do I just want to do 15 in each one, or if I can, who knows if I'm going to hit another wall, which has been very variable, very random, But I think 10 sets of 15 sounds nice. That way in my mind I only have 10 things left, Actually, after this one, I have single digits left. So even though it might take a little bit longer doing just sets of 15, at least now I have like a very simple number to focus on, which after this one, which is banging this out as we're talking, this is 10. So after that, then when you have, hand hurt on that one. 9 sets left at 15. That's it. So, just 9 more of that. If I want to, who knows? Maybe I get a second win, I do another set of 20, brings me closer. So I feel like these next 35 are not going to be fun. And then once I hit 400, once I only have 100 left, I can see myself getting like another like mental second wind of being like, all right, dude, 100 left. My arms are definitely feeling it. Chest, as you can see, is funny because before I was kind of like this. Now my chest is like here. So my triceps are shot. My chest is getting there too. So, oh boy. This one now, like I said, slow and steady wins the race. I feel like when you do a workout like this in the beginning, because it's such a big number, it's easy to kind of want to like rush it a little bit because it's just like, eventually you'll get there, but it's just gonna feel like forever. Now I don't mind taking longer breaks. Is that a dragonfly? It's kind of nice. I don't know if you notice, with the sun moving this way, at least from your angle, it's moving this way. Because of the angle of this tree, which is right over here, the shade is moving more and more this way. And I'm doing my pull-ups right here because of this piece of athletic tape. So at some point, I'll be doing the dips in the shade, which actually is nice. It's very, very nice. I can stand here and be in the shade now and use this as like a recovery period. I also noticed too, before I used to be like in, because I think works your triceps more, now my elbows are flaring out a bit. So it's another sign of like my form breaking down a slight bit, you know. We're at 380. So I'm up for it. It'd be nice to do a set of 20 here and then be at 100 left. Oh man. Because I'm really up for it to feel really nice. Do a set of 20 here. I'm at 400. And then, if I can, 5 sets of 20 to finish off this video. Be bold. But then in my mind, I'm like, you got 5 things left, right? Just number 5. Which reminds me, I remember I saw this meme, which I agree with, and said that 5 is a low-key even number. In the sense of like, you know how like if you're like, I know a lot of people do this, you want to adjust the volume on your TV, and it has to either be on like an even number, like 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, or you put it on 5. So like 25 or 35 is still like legit. I'm like, I can see that, you know. All right, 380. Let me see, if I can do 20 here, that'd be nice, but I'm not, you know, at this point where I'm so close, you know. I was 20, notice now too, because I'm reaching that point. I'm using like my legs a little bit now. I'm not happy about it, I gotta be honest. You know, I'm using a little more momentum than before, which is more just pure strength. I'm using my knees a little bit, so not happy. But, you know, so it starts happening once you reach this point where like my triceps are shot, my chest is shot, my shoulders kill. But I still have 100 left, which feels kind of nice because I'm like, all right, we got 100 left, but also feels pretty bad because it's still a decently big number. But after this one next set, even if I just do one, I get double digits dips to do. So we're almost there. It's funny, I was talking to one of my friends at the gym about all these challenges that I do sometimes for YouTube. She's just like, why do you do this? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I'm like, on one end, I think it's nice because one thing I like about YouTube, I've talked about this in a couple of videos, is like, it's a good way for me to like use it as like a positive motivational tool, you know? Like, would I do 500 dips if the camera wasn't here? Probably. But I think this gives me more motivation because one, I get a video out of it, right? I do YouTube full time, so I gotta make videos. 2, it's on camera and this is going online forever. So it's like, because it's going online forever, I at least want me to have good form. I don't want to slack off. Like, if I slack off and no one's around, no one's gonna notice. But on video, people won't notice. And 3, it's kind of like a motivational thing just overall. Being like, well, I'm training for this challenge, or I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really trained for this as much as I should have. I just kind of spur the moment was like, let's just do it. I mean, I do train dips a lot. I do work out a lot. So it's not like I haven't had training, but it's not like I like spend a couple weeks getting ready to do something like this, you know, just kind of just very random. Yeah, I got 100 left. A lot easier said than done, but even if I wanted to, I could even do 10 sets of 10. I mean, I'm not going to, but you know. Although I will say, it does sound kind of nice. Being like, I'm just gonna do, you know, nice easy sets of 10. Take my time, not try to rush it. But mentally, it is kind of nice to think that if I do 5 sets of 20, I only have 5 left. But I don't know. Well, I don't even know if I can do that though. That last one, like, I could tell I was using too much momentum. My legs were swinging a little bit, almost like I'm doing like a high knee or something, you know. I'd rather finish off with like solid like dip form. Like I've been watching, I mentioned him a couple times, some videos. This dude named Kes, K-E-S, if you go on YouTube and search him, he has like beastly videos. Kind of similar to this, honestly. Like he's kind of like a bit of a inspiration for me to do these kind of videos because I really like the way he does them. And like for someone like him, which I think so much respect, not only is his videos effing crazy, but the form that he has at the end of his videos, whether he did one video, he did like 1,000 push-ups in a single set. I didn't even know that was like possible. And his push-ups at the end of it almost matched the exact same form as the push-ups in the beginning of it. And that I think is just a sign of like just a beastly athlete that I think most people, myself included, near the end, if I would do 1,000 push-ups in a single set, near the end, I probably wouldn't be like this. I'd be like, you know, I wouldn't have good form. I'd be using momentum. I'd be trying to cheat them a little bit, whether I like to or not. So I feel like for a video like this, you know, I do at least want to have good quality dips to finish off strong. I don't want them to be sloppy. Like I feel like that last set wasn't my best set, you know. Anyway, with that being said, and that was a solid set of 20. Like, maybe I just take longer breaks, you know, or I just feel it out. So we got 420, 80 left. 80 left. So, feel out how I want to break these up. Man, this is quite the workout. 80 left though. So if I really want to think of it like this, I got 4 sets of 20 left. I could do 8 sets of 10. These sets are my oyster. The world's my oyster, however you want to word it. And I'm glad that shade is slowly moving closer to here. So I can now just chill. Oh man, what a Saturday. Still can't believe this is my job. Heck, this is me working right now, which can't complain, right? I used to be an accountant doing BS for the Big Four. I would say I'm pumped I did this though. I was nervous, like I said earlier, with that Instagram poll. Right when I posted it, it was most people saying, dude, just do 500 push-ups. But what I noticed, which is funny, or I'm trying to remember I may forget this. How did it work? I think the people who I noticed, the people who worked out, I noticed I think were more likely to say push-ups, and the people who didn't work out were more likely to say dips. Maybe it's because like people who work out a lot know, oh man, dips are way harder than push-ups. Like 500 dips, way harder than 500 push-ups. Like I don't know what the equivalent would be, but I think for me, I think the equivalent of this is almost double. Like I feel like doing 1,000 push-ups in a workout would be equal to the equivalent difficulty of doing 500 dips in a workout, at least for me. Maybe other people are different, maybe they're the same, maybe they agree, maybe they think it's more. And I think for me, I definitely feel like it's about double. Like 2 push-ups equals 1 dip for me, I feel like, in terms of just like strength or difficulty, whatever word you want to use. And so yeah, I was hoping for 500 push-ups, which it was. Then it was 50-50 for a while. And I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy given all the votes on Instagram. And then I woke up today, and as you saw, as I showed you in the beginning of this video, it was 52% dips, 48% voted push-ups. And I was like, oh, guess it's dip day today. So let's see how we're feeling with this next set. Because there are some times, which is funny, again, that's just part of working out or just whatever, where I go to do a set and I'm like that last one, I felt pretty good. I was like, hi, let's do a solid set of 20. And then other times, I feel like I take about the same amount of rest. I mean, it's tough to say. I go to do a set, and for some reason, it feels like by the time I hit 14 or 15, I'm cashing out. So you never know, right? My hands are really starting to hurt, which is interesting, like just the grip of this, because this hand feels fine, this one doesn't, because this one, this is a nice piece of athletic tape. I don't know who put this here. I wish I should have bought and tape and put some here, because since my hand keeps slipping, I have to stabilize it like pretty much with my hand or right here. So my skin's starting to like blister up a little bit, not badly, but enough that's just more inconveniencing. That last one was a little iffy. Ooh, that last one. I think I'd count it, but you know, I'm gonna do this. I hate when I'm on the fence if I actually want to count a rep. Give me a second. I'm good. Okay. Just because that last one felt more of like a half rep, and I'd rather just do maybe one extra one. Just to, so at 440. 440. So either six sets of 10, which might not be a bad idea. Or 3 sets of 20, which sounds really nice to be like I have 3 left, like 3 things. But also my form is starting to slack. I'm dead, you know, only have 60 left. Which is funny because I feel like when I typically do like weighted dips, when I have like I said, like the dip bell and I put a kettlebell, I probably do around 50 to 60 dips. So it's funny that like I'm like only 60, but if I was doing weighted dips, I'd be like 60. Because what I typically do now, I've been working my way up, is I've done weighted dips with like a 20 or 25 pound kettlebell. So slowly working my way up. Very slowly, but I'm getting there. Ah, man. I was hoping maybe near, I guess technically, almost. The shade's almost at the exact dip point. I'm almost like half and half now. But man, this is great timing with that tree placement that I now, for these last ones where I'm, you know, I'm excited, so mentally I'm like pumped, but I'm physically just donezo. At least I got some shade. What time are we on, actually? 39 minutes. So actually, here's how long, let me think. I think I stopped the other video on 45. This is maybe 50, so that's 95. This is about an hour and a half to do 500 dips, give or take. Hour and a half-ish, give or take a few minutes here and there. Not bad, yeah. I'll take that. Definitely would take that. I'm good. I still have like probably another 10 or 15 minutes to go, so maybe closer to an hour 40, you know, but let's see. I was gonna keep going on that one, but I could tell that those last 5 are not gonna be good. So I'm at 455. 45 left. Oh, dang it. Grab this cookie. I'm gonna have this afterwards. It says it's mainly for performing though, not recovering, so I could see it saying, well, I'm very shaky. Sign of a hard workout, right? Have that maybe later. I could probably have it right now, but I think at this point, I'm not really in the mood to eat anything. Just keep drinking electrolytes. I got 45 dips left. You know, like I almost wonder if I want to like I almost would rather maybe speed this up. Maybe just do like sets of 10 or whatever, as opposed to waiting. I'm getting like, in a good way, I'm getting like antsy to be like, almost there, dude, almost there. Ooh, that breeze was a bit cool. Ooh, that's the first like cool breeze I felt all day. Maybe it's because I'm also in the shade. The last one was iffy. Okay. I think I almost do like 2 halves. I was 15. We're at 470. I also think, I'm not gonna lie, the caffeine from the noon is now really kicking in. So it's like I both have like a caffeine rush and second wind, but I'm also tired. Man, what a challenge. What a video. So I think, being honest, I'm at 470. I think 2 sets of 15 is the move. I don't want to push it. I think just 2 sets of 15 with good form, not too much leg movement, you know, as I've been trying to minimize, you know. But basically, only 2 sets left. That's it. I feel like this is one of those workouts. I remember this happened when I did, I know I keep bringing it up, but I use it as a good motivation that I just every time I'm hitting like a big wall, I look at that handstand thing. I did 1,001 handstand push-ups in a workout, and I'm like, nothing's ever gonna come close to how bad that was. So I keep thinking about it sometimes, but it's funny that like after that, I was like, I'm never gonna look at handstand push-ups the same way. And I kind of right now feel the same way about dips. I'm not doing dips for the next 3 months. Like I'm dipped out. The last one still was iffy. All right. One left. That's it. We're at 45. One set of 15 left. Oh, man. It's probably the hardest workout I've done in a long time, I gotta be honest. And wait, nice, for the last set, the shade is finally lined up, ready to go. Oh, man. I think now I just feel like relaxed, kind of like finally getting ready to be done with this, you know. It's a tough workout. I think the biggest thing I did not expect, honestly, among everything, is the heat and the sun. Kind of the same thing, you know, basically the environment. That I feel like if I did this indoors, or it just wasn't that hot, or I somehow had like permanent shade over me, I feel like I'd actually think this would be a lot easier. Like the heat just really, but speaking of bringing the heat, 15 left. Oh, wow, I'm sweating like crazy. Whew. There it is. But wait, there's more. So I always do this thing. I'm gonna do a challenge like this, just in case my form wasn't the best on some. I'm now gonna do, wait like maybe 30 seconds to a minute. I'm gonna do one more set, as I just did 500, and then I'm just gonna do pretty much one set max, however much I can do, even if I use a little momentum. So technically, maybe I'll finish off around, we'll see, right? Quick walk away, come back. Even if I do only a few, just a fun one final set. 2. Is that 5? That was like kind of 6. Yeah, that's it. There it is. 500 dips in one workout. That was horrible. That was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. That was not fun at all. I don't know why I did that. But it's done. It's over. Now I'm gonna have some Huel, some food, definitely a ton of electrolytes now. Maybe rest a little bit. Man, what a workout.